Okay, so today we're talking about batteries, BMW batteries, and this is a very controversial subject. A lot of people get really sore about this, and I talked about it before. I never did an actual video on it, so it's hard to search. If you go to look for it, you have to watch a video, you have to know which one it's in, etc. You guys are going to ask, what kind of batteries I use in all the BMWs? I do not use the factory batteries. I'm going to tell you right now why you should not. A lot of the BMW factory batteries are absorbed glass matte AGM batteries, which is also very similar to the Optima batteries. Optima, you know Optima batteries. Through the years I've had Optima batteries, and they always go down the same way. They always end up junk. And I'll set you up here so I'm not walking around. Always end up junk. Some of the issue is if those kind of batteries go dead even once and they sit at all, they're done. Now, on a BMW, let me recap that. It'll still work. It'll work poorly. It'll go dead really fast. You have to watch that on BMWs because you don't want a shady battery, especially if you're doing programming, if you're doing any kind of diagnostics, you do not want that. Now what's going to happen, even if you have the correct charger, it's not going to keep up. You have to have a good battery at all times. So right now you're saying, Nathan, you're so stupid. You got to use AGM batteries. You got to pay $200 a piece for them, $150 a piece for them. No, you don't. Every car here, every car that's ever been here that I've had has always had the $50 Walmart battery in it. Have I ever had any issues with those? No, I have not. I've never had an issue with those. How long are they going to last? 4, 5, 6, 7 years for $50? How long is the AGM battery going to last? Ordinarily, how long will it last? 3, 4 if you're really lucky. If you don't drive the car a lot and it goes dead, it's going to last you 1 or 2 years. And a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I've had the same AGM battery. It's been there for 10 years. Well, you probably also have it on a battery tender too. Or you drive it all the time and it never gets run down. Those batteries do not like to be run down. They cannot hold up to much. They're very expensive, very heavy, very large, and they just are not up to fit the bill. Now, the next thing is cold cranking amps. Cold cranking amps. A Walmart battery will have 500 to 600 cold cranking amps. A lot of you under huge misconception. Oh, I gotta have 900,000 cold cranking amps for this is a big engine. It's not that big. The Sequoia 4.7 liter V8, that's bigger than most BMW V8s besides 4.8 and 5.0. It runs one of those batteries that has zero problem. You could crank and crank on one of these cars for a long time, one of those batteries. With the glass matte battery, that's not the case. Now, can you just go to Walmart, drop one of those bad boys in, and take off? I guess you can, but you really shouldn't. And I'm going to show you why. So, you have to tell the car that it has a flooded acid battery in it. If you don't, what's going to happen? The alternator is going to charge at a different rate. Okay? That can cause one of the two, it causes many issues. Either it could charge too slow, or it could overcharge and charge too much. Usually when you go to a flooded acid battery, which is a regular standard battery, it charges too slow. Then you could have electronic problems, you could have a lot of stuff. Realistically, is it going to cause any problems? Well, that's highly debatable. I've had cars come in here, been driven for years with a regular battery in it, never been programmed to show that it has a battery, never had a problem. But you will see the voltage does go a little higher when they are programmed correctly. So you're either going to need one of two things. Either you're going to need ISTA to tell it that, BMW ISTA, an appropriate scanner to tell it that, or one of these little scan tools like this battery checker. A lot of battery checkers have that on there. There's many ways you could do that. I can't remember if my little creator scanner will do that or not. I really can't remember. It's been a while since I've done one with those. Usually I just do with ISTA now. But I'll look and try to find something down below you guys could put in there if you don't have ISTA to tell your car it has a flooded acid battery in it. Now, I forgot to show you guys, so I got to put these in. We got the actual OEM, that's the bottom of it, there's the top, all weather floor mats for this E90 also. But the reason why we're back here, I'm going to show you that this car actually doesn't have a $50 one in it. It has a little more expensive one in it. Now, a lot of you guys argue, oh, you can't put an acid battery in the trunk because inside the car it'll kill you. That's not true either. At all. Never had a problem with that. A lot of the acid batteries have the little drains on the side. I don't know what this is. This is not the battery I put in this car. It's something John put in here. It looks big and expensive, like from AutoZone perhaps. But most of these batteries also, even the $50 ones, have the little port on the side that you can hook the factory vents up to. That's becoming real common. Are you going to have a problem if you don't have that? No, you're not. You're just not. I'm sorry, but you're not. Like an acid battery, you can smell the battery, right? When you're charging one of those, you can smell it. Can you smell it on these cars? No, you can't at all. It doesn't charge at the rate like you're dumping on a 200 amp battery charger onto it. It's just not the case. And if you are doing that, you're gonna have the trunk open, doesn't matter. So there's a lot of conspiracy about these batteries. When it comes down to it, why is BMW forcing these batteries, telling you have to have these? Well, because BMW makes a lot of money off stuff like that. And it's bad to say, but that's the way it is. Every manufacturer insists you have to have a certain type of battery in their car or it will not work. Well, you know, they're in the business of selling stuff. They're not in the business of helping you out. They're in the business of selling things, right? So that's my take on the battery. This video is going to save you a lot of money. If you take my advice, everything here, this one's been swapped when John had it. I don't know why that is. But everything else here runs the $50 Walmart battery. If you want to go all out and go to AutoZone and overpay for the same battery, you can pay $100 for it. You know, not sure why you'd ever do that. A lot of times your local farm stores have good deals on batteries also. And I don't know, Rural King, Menards has good price on batteries. If you stay out of these auto parts stores and dealerships for buying your batteries, you're gonna be a lot better off. I can already see the comments. Oh, Nathan, if you can't afford to own these cars, you shouldn't own one. Do you really think that's the way it is? Do you really think? No, it's not that way. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're wasting money constantly, you're never gonna have anything. So throw all that nonsense out the window. Clean up what you're doing. Use your brain a little bit. Put the battery that works correctly in it. Save yourself $100 or $150. Put that money in something else. Put that money in a new water pump and some maintenance that needs to be done in your car. If you have everything else done, you'd be the only BMW owner in the world. If that's you, put the money in your pocket. Go save it. I don't know. That's going to be it for the battery saga. This has been ongoing since I started YouTube. This has been a big, huge conspiracy. Use the $50 battery. Stop being a whiny little baby. A lot of you guys are just laughing because you're already using the battery. You already know. But I had to say it anyway. If you guys wonder what the noise is, I might be able to cancel it out. It's the rain. The rain's like beating down on the shop. Even little shop, you could hear it. But real quick here before I end this video. Jeez, can't get around this damn thing. The new shop's getting full. That's actually got the EverStart in it, but they make another one. I forgot what the brand name of it is. Those small batteries from Walmart, and that's what it is. And it works in this E39, no issue. The X5 has the same battery. That's a pain in the ass to show you. This car has the same battery in it. It's not a pain in the ass to show you. Just in case there's any disbelievers in there. Value power is what I'm trying to think of. One thing I wanted to add too, I'm going to edit this video out. And these cars, BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, if you can let them sit and not touch them for, I don't know, a week and a half to 2 weeks, and they don't go dead, you're doing really good. A really good battery, if you sit there and not touch it for a week and a half, 2 weeks, it's going to go dead. So I thought I'd throw that in there. It's a very bit of important information for you guys. You may not have a battery issue when you think you do. The only way to know is get the battery tester. I'll link it up. Test it. It'll tell you even when your car is starting fine, what the state of the battery is. That's the best way to do it. Thanks for watching.